me on the secure line.
Please hold.
You'll probably hear noises throughout just because it's saying legally, like, hey, this call is being recorded.
Yeah.
Pay no attention to that.
Yeah, no problem. No problem.
How's your day?
It was good. It was good. This time of year slows down a lot just
Yeah.
in our profession because anything insurance based, like deductibles reset and things like that. So
Mhm.
usually slows down, which is nice in a way.
Yeah. For anyone listening, what's your name? What do you do?
Oh yeah. I'm Adam Smith. I'm a chiropractor. So some of you will now love me and some of you will now hate me. That's
Explain that for
that's
me.
fine. Well, it's just like with anything, it has controversy, especially in its roots, because when it came along was really when like Western medicine, like the medical side of things, really was taking off,
Hmm.
and chiropractic kind of came in as the anti. So it really created a lot of conflict.
Mm.
Um, really got accused of being quacks and weirdos, and a lot of them were. I'll be honest, a lot of us still are. I don't really think that we are.
Yeah.
But
I don't
yeah,
know if I've ever heard this.
kind of in the modern day, like super medical minded people versus like really crunchy people. Chiropractors
Sure.
often fall on the more quote unquote crunchy side of things.
Got it.
Um, but I mean, you have exceptions to everything, and I just feel like try to stay in your lane and don't be weird.
I'm clipping that out. That's good.
Yeah, yeah, for sure. How about you? How was your day?
It was very good. A little abnormal. Had a recording session with Natalie Lane. We're doing an alternate version of one of her songs to come out
Nice.
at some point. So just in a studio from like 10 to 2:30. Then I went to the office and uh, listened to a Natalie mix for a song. Um, it was good. Just like I'm not in a studio every day. Maybe that's like once or twice every 3 or 4 months.
Yeah,
So it was good.
and it was a day full of Natalie, so that's great.
Amen.
Big fan.
uh, I was just thinking as I called you, I was like, have we ever spoken on the phone? And if we have, it's had to have been a decade at least.
It had to have been when we lived together. Had to have.
Oh yeah, maybe just like coordinating something. Yeah.
Yeah, but definitely not since then. It's funny we communicate so often, but in one very specific way.
Yeah. But I love that. Like whatever it takes to keep the relationship alive.
Yeah, yeah. It's been constant through all shifting and changing, just sending ridiculous things. Um, for sure. You know, it was funny even back, probably a year ago, we started texting, and I
Yeah.
was like, we don't even really do this.
It's a perfect example of a male relationship.
Absolutely. Like it's and we might use iMessage to send a link to a
Yeah.
meme or
Yeah,
just use
exactly.
the whatever platform directly, but actually just having a conversation, very rare.
I know. It's so weird.
I,
But I
I feel
enjoyed
like
it.
we're getting better.
We definitely, I mean, look at us now. Jeez.
We're on the phone.
It's crazy. What'll happen next?
Who knows?
Gosh.
If we were anywhere near each other, I'm sure we would like find pizza or
Oh my
something.
God. Of course. I'm the king at
As
that.
a well, I think the last time, well, you were at my wedding,
Yeah, that's the last
but
time for sure.
I think the last time before that that I saw you, we ate pizza.
We sure did. And it was great.
It
Uh
was great indeed.
that was such a random hang. I loved it.
It really was. I I don't even know that Garrett lived in
He
Nashville yet.
he didn't. So this was Oh, good lord, maybe 3 years ago or something.
And well, no, because I've been married for 3 years.
Oh Jesus.
I know, I know. We just celebrated three
Oh,
years a
dude.
few
I
weeks
mean,
ago.
congrats.
Thanks,
I mean,
thanks.
how's it been? Marriage in general.
Great,
Yeah.
great. You
First baby
know,
on the way. Congrats.
thank you. That is what that's like our focus now.
Yeah.
Just no one else had ever had a kid, so it was everything's changing. Every decision we make, we feel like we have to factor that in, which is great. We're super pumped. It's a girl, so
Yes.
yeah, which is what I wanted.
Oh,
So
nice.
I wouldn't tell anybody beforehand because I felt like if I said I wanted a girl, God would say, "Well,
Sure.
now you're not getting one," which he knew anyway. But
Yeah.
I don't know. I just felt like there was no way if I said it that it would happen.
Yeah. How was Paris?
Man,
Uh-oh.
I don't know if you have any European listeners. Um,
The only people listening are you, me, my mom.
nice, nice. I love your mom. Um, so Paris was Paris was great. Don't get
Okay.
me wrong. I'm so happy we went. It was a once in a lifetime thing. It was Shelby's dream, my wife,
Yeah.
and I wouldn't trade it for the world. I'm so glad we went. I don't really want to go again. Not
Okay.
anytime soon, at least. It was just I knew there would be some anxiety, some nervousness when we got over there because it was just us two. We didn't know
Mm,
anybody over there. We didn't have much of a plan. I mean, we had an Airbnb we were going to stay at. We had some ideas, but it was daunting.
mm,
Like you land and you get off the plane and you're in an airport, so you're like, okay, things are a little different because you're in another country, but
yeah.
we're in like the biggest airport in France, so whatever, you're fine. And then the further you get away from that airport, it's like, man, we are in another country and
That's
it's
the
just
idea.
us two. And
Uh,
wow. And it's fine until you have like your first issue.
mm, sure.
And you're like, well, how do I solve this?
Yeah.
I can't even understand what people are saying to me right now.
Yeah. Now that you say it out loud, it does sound terrifying.
So it was a little daunting. When we first got there, just trying to get to our Airbnb it was something
Yeah.
because we had all our bags, and trying to navigate the train system and the
Yeah.
metro, um, trying to figure out how to get our little passes to work.
Hmm.
But we got there with a few hiccups along the way. We didn't totally break down, neither one of us, so that was nice.
Yeah. That's
And
a
once we
win.
got there and kind of got settled in, it was good.
Yeah. If you can just get from A to B without having a meltdown, that's a win to me.
Facts.
Truly.
Yeah, and really from that point on, it was great, except for being absolutely exhausted because of the
Mm,
time difference.
yeah. How bad is it?
7 hours,
Ooh.
and and we were only there for 5 nights.
Okay.
So, and because we flew there through the night,
Hmm.
and I thought, well, that'll be good because we can sleep on the plane. It'll be like time to sleep. And then when we get there, we'll be super exhausted. So we'll be ready to go to bed the next night.
Yeah.
So that'll be perfect. That was partially true.
Okay.
I slept like 2 hours, maybe total on the way there.
Oof.
And then we got there. We were super exhausted the first night. So I did get some sleep the first night.
Yeah.
But then after that, it I have a whole new sympathy for people who struggle like going to sleep because I usually don't have that kind of
Yeah.
trouble. Oh, it was miserable laying there trying to go to sleep because it's like midnight and all my friends are like getting off work
Yeah.
at 5 back home.
Oh.
It's just
How long
confusing.
how long is that plane ride?
Well, it was 7 hour, a little over 7 hours there, but it
Okay,
was a
yeah.
little over 9 hours back.
That's freaking tough. As someone who is like had a new struggle on planes, like just getting really motion sick out of nowhere,
Oh
I
no.
can't imagine 7, 8, 9 hours. The longest I've done nonstop is like I think it was close to 6. Um,
Ooh.
yeah, that's tough.
Well, my wife is big. She hasn't flown a lot. I haven't either. Um, I am a little bit nervous about flying. It's gotten a little better.
Yeah,
Um, at first, I was terrified to fly, but I always said that I wouldn't let it keep me from doing something that I wanted to do.
yeah,
But if I never flew, that would also be okay.
yeah.
Um, so the first few flights were absolutely terrifying that I ever took. Still just, there's the underlying like anxiety. It was hanging over my head the
Hmm.
whole time leading up to the trip. But Shelby's big thing is she does not want a connecting flight.
I feel that.
She
Oh
would
yeah,
just, she's never had one.
good for her.
She's like, we're going to take a direct flight or we're not going.
Yeah.
Fair enough. So I- I'm almost the opposite. Like, I
Oh,
would
okay.
rather just have a connecting flight. That way I can like get on the ground for
Hmm.
an hour or so and just breathe and like be on the ground
Yeah,
and not have to freak out for a little while.
yeah,
But it is kind of nice, I guess, just knocking it out in one flight. But
yeah.
the 9 hours was tough. The longest nonstop flight I had ever been on was like 3.5 hours.
Oh, dude, that's yeah, that's
So it was a
cake.
big jump.
Yeah,
It was a big jump.
gosh. I hate that I'm getting more and more nervous about flying because like the first 25 years of my life, it was completely fine. And now it's just like, oh, I have a small amount of anxiety before every flight. I hate it.
For sure. And is it because of the motion sickness?
Yes, it's like I know it's not an anxiety thing. Like I felt what an anxiety or a panic attack feels like for me.
Yeah,
Um, it's just like I get a weird wave of nausea, whether I'm asleep or not. If I'm asleep, I will wake up out of my sleep to be nauseous. It's so annoying.
that is
Um,
annoying.
and like there's really no pinpointing when or why it would happen. I take Dramamine before every flight now. Sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. Sometimes it's on long flights, sometimes it's on short ones. It's really just random. I don't understand.
Jeez. Jeez.
Yeah.
Usually if we can get in the air and everything gets smoothed out, I'm fine. But like taking off just ruins my whole life. I'm like, we are getting so
Uh,
high so fast. And I'm like, human beings were never meant to get this far away from Earth.
oh my
This is
gosh.
not good. We're defying God's creation at this point, and there's no way he likes this.
Oh my gosh.
I think about like the Tower of Babel.
Oh yeah.
Like God ruined everything because they were trying to get too high.
They were
And
getting
here we
cute.
are just getting up there in seconds. What are we doing? The first flight I took, I
Oh.
was I was 27.
Okay.
The first flight I ever took. I was going to the Dominican Republic for a short-term mission trip, but
Okay.
we had a layover in Miami. And I remember when we took off, I just felt like we were pointed straight up
Mm.
and climbing so quickly. And I was thinking, I cannot believe I'm on this machine. I would rather be anywhere else in the world than in this
Uh,
plane right now. Of course, I'm with people that I know, so I can't just like sob, which is what I wanted to do.
Bro, yes.
So I just kind of sat there, like staring at the floor,
Yeah.
like I'm never ever doing this again.
Yeah.
Which, of course, I had to immediately get on another one
Yeah.
to go to the Dominican Republic and then do two more on the way back as well. So I was like, I have three more of these
Yeah.
in the
Oh.
next week that I have to do.
There's really no worse situation where like you're completely helpless. You feel like a little baby, and
Yes.
and you're a grown man. Nothing can be wrong with you.
Yeah, this last time, you're so right about that. Wow. And the thing was, I was sitting by my dad. Now,
Okay.
my dad had never flown until he was like in his 40s.
Wow.
Um, and my mom has still never flown.
Whoa.
Probably never will.
Dang.
Um, Much to my dad's dismay, because like there are places, that they love to travel, but it's
Hmm.
like if we're going, we're driving.
Dang. Okay.
Um, Honestly, they would have probably gone to Paris with us.
Oh,
But
bro.
my mom was like, no way. So I'm sitting by my dad. He had only flown like maybe twice at that
Hmm.
point. Um, and I don't know, there was this like split feeling of like, okay, I'm with my dad, which gives you some sort of like safety because he's my dad. But
Yeah.
also, I'm an adult that like, so I also wanted
Oh.
my, you don't want your dad to go, God, who am I raising here? I did a terrible job.
Whose
He's
kid
like
is
breaking
this?
down over here.
Yeah.
So
Oh my
I had
gosh.
to keep it together. He was kind of nudging me like, hey, look out the window. And
Oh
just as
God,
calmly as
no.
I could, I was like, I will not be looking out the window. Thank you.
Oh man. That's a perfect transition into the one question that I have for you for this call. I want to
Yeah,
try and get some question for each one we do.
for
Um,
sure.
what examples from your dad are you going to utilize in fatherhood for yourself?
Ooh. Ooh.
Sorry, I hit you with it.
I'm just trying to think of specifics because I have been very blessed. I have wonderful parents, both of my parents. But my dad's great, so there are definitely a lot of things that I would like to try to bring into my fatherhood.
Hmm.
Um, I would definitely say just patience. In general, he's a pretty patient guy.
Mm.
Um, about certain things.
Yeah.
There were small little things here and there. You know, I I really believe that teenage boys are some of the dumbest people on earth,
That's true.
because I was one. And of course there are exceptions, but just kind of speaking in general. And you just got to know that going in. But so there were times that I would have enjoyed him being more patient.
Sure.
One could argue I didn't need him to be more patient.
Mm.
Um, but definitely say that. I also, interestingly enough, I come from a very faith based home. My dad was and is a pastor. Um, but that being said, while he taught me a lot about that faith, I didn't feel that he necessarily forced certain specifics onto me,
Mm.
which I really liked. Because you hear a lot of horror stories,
Yeah.
about the very religious families and some of the ways that kind of goes sour.
Yeah.
Um, and of course, there was no debate about like I had to be at church because I was their kid,
Yeah.
and things like that. But there wasn't like an overbearing. I really feel like he trusted the the story of Jesus to be um, convincing enough and compelling enough on its own,
Mm.
to, as long as I was exposed to it, to I guess I can't think of the word,
No, yeah, I get you.
to get me to follow it in and of itself,
Hmm.
and not that he had to force it upon me. He just had to expose me to it.
Yeah.
And I really liked that. I'm very, very, very blessed, and I learn. I see that more and more the more that I age, and the more that I hear other people talk about kind of some baggage from growing up. Like, I'm one of the few people that grew up in a religious household that doesn't have really any baggage from it.
Mm. Praise God.
Um, which has been huge because while I was modeled such a sincere faith, I was also kind of allowed to figure that faith out for myself. I wasn't like, I didn't have Bible reading homework
Yeah,
or,
yeah.
things like that were just super strict, but it was more like, hey, my parents really believe this.
Mm.
And I know this because of the way that they live. I need to look more into that.
Yeah. I mean, goodness gracious, that sounds like a perfect model.
Absolutely. So I really want to take that, and because I also understand that sometimes, I mean, some people are probably just kind of crappy, but I feel like oftentimes they just they have parents can have this faith and they feel really strongly about it. So when their child comes along and they have to make sure that they get it.
Mm.
So they're trying so hard to force it upon them that they kind of lose sight of the fact that Jesus is compelling enough to
Yeah.
do that work in his own time. It may not look like you want it to
Woo.
look
You're
at
preaching.
certain times. Um, so I just hope that I can keep that insight when I have my own kid that is doing something that I, you know, don't want her to do or don't want her to, or don't agree with or whatever. I'm hoping that I can keep that inside of being corrective when it's time to be corrective, but
Hmm.
also giving them space to work things out on their own.
Yeah. Ooh, that's good. I think it's the thought that counts. I mean, speaking as someone who is not a parent and not expecting and has no prospects, um,
Yeah.
it just intention goes such a long way with everything, but especially parenting, where again, I imagine you could feel like it would be so easy to be like, oh, I'm going to mess this up at this point or that point. But like,
Yeah,
no one knows what they're doing. We're all living life for the first time. Hopefully
absolutely.
there's grace as they grow up.
Absolutely. Because at the end of the day, I know some people kind of simplify it into just saying, "Hey, they're not ours anyway. They're
Mm,
given to us to raise and to see over for a time. But at the end of the day, we're all image bearers of God. That they're here and placed in a certain area for a purpose.
hmm.
But that child is crazy. They're mine, but they're really not.
Yeah.
I'm usually careful to say they're not ours, but I get the sentiment behind it
Yeah.
for sure. And sometimes I can't help but just look around at just that person that you're like, man, you know what? They have three kids, and those three kids are fine.
Yes,
And
totally.
and then you look at somebody else, that you feel like would have it all together, and their kids are awful or whatever, and you're
Yeah.
like, okay, so we're all just out here winging it.
Yes, totally.
That's what I got.
Something I
Um,
like to tell myself when I'm facing a hard thing is people so much dumber than me have done this too. I can do this.
once I started saying that, I remembered that we were being recorded, and I was thinking, how can I say this that
I'll say it.
doesn't sound awful?
I'll say it. Oh man.
Nobody I know is dumber than me, so it's fine.
Got it. Got it. Uh, do you have any fears or worries before we get in there? Like, if we continue this call throughout the year, they'll be here. and
Yeah.
at one point when we'll have a call, we can talk about the progress. But like as of now, pre-fatherhood, anything that you feel like is either a hang up or just like, oh, I'm thinking about this a lot.
Um, Man, really just the juggling everything else in my
Mm,
life because I'm so excited about the baby getting here. And but then I'm like, okay, all these things that I am going to need to be doing for this child. How does anybody have any time for anything else?
That's a great question.
And yeah, and if I ask a similar question to that to like young parents, most of them say, "Great question." Oh, that's not comforting at all.
Oh man.
Um, but again, everybody else does it. So,
That's true.
like, well, it's possible. That doesn't mean it's easy, but it is possible. I've seen a lot of people do it.
Yeah.
So, just kind of trusting that that we can handle it up to a certain point, and where we lack, um, God's got it,
Yeah.
and we're just excited about the little one. Again, I wanted a girl because my whole family's boys.
Hmm.
On my mom's side, which is the side that Garrett's on,
Yeah.
there were no granddaughters. It was all grandsons,
Mm.
and then only one so far has kids. One of those grandsons, Austin, and he has three boys.
Yeah.
So
Jeez.
there are only a few. I have more cousins on my dad's side than I
Hmm.
do on my mom's side, and there are a few girls sprinkled in, but still very boy heavy. Um, so I always thought that I would want boys because I just knew that world a lot better.
Yeah.
But then, but then my wife's sister um, had our little niece a few years ago, and she was very standoffish to like just human beings in general for like the first 2 years of her life. She just hated everybody except her mom.
Yeah.
Um, which, which was fine. I get it. So when she was like super standoffish to me, as much as a baby can be, it was like fine, whatever. They
Yeah.
want to hang out with you anyway, I guess. I'm just kidding. I was like desperately wanting her to like me, but I was like, fine, whatever. She doesn't like anybody. But then there was one day where just something clicked. I don't know what it was. I don't know how babies' brains work. Um, but my wife was keeping her for the day for some reason. I don't know if her daycare was closed or whatever, but she was keeping her for the day. And during my lunch hour, they had gone to the park, and my wife said, "Hey, can you just come hang out? So like, it's not just me and this little baby at the park." And for some reason, something clicked that day. And my niece, her name's Bristol. Um, Bristol decided that we were friends. She
Mm.
decided that I was cool in her book, and we became besties,
I love
like
that.
absolute besties. And it changed everything. I was like, I don't want a son. Daughters are awesome. A little toddler girl, like
Oh.
just being your best bud, that's the
Yeah.
best. Of course, now she's
Uh,
4 and she no longer cares that I exist.
that's fair.
So
Yeah.
it kind of ran its course, but I enjoyed the time.
Yeah. I love that.
Yeah, it changed everything. I guess I just never had like a little toddler girl that was my friend. And I was
Mm.
like, no, you're like way cuter than all these baby boys I've had in my life.
Yeah.
You're like way cooler.
Well,
So
shoot.
yeah, I'm pumped.
I love it, man. So happy for y'all.
Thank you. Thank you.
Well, shoot. That's all I have for this one. Unless you had something.
Nice.
Not that you needed to.
I don't, I I I actually was gonna start with saying something like this, but I'll end with saying something like this. Um, Really, the only reason that I even agreed to do this is because I was like, okay, so that's really cool that I get to like hang out and talk to Steve Lowe. So much to the dismay of your listeners, they now have to listen to this hillbilly talk, once a month. Um,
No,
you
dude.
caused this. You not hating me caused this.
Yeah, I wonder where I went wrong.
I always use you as this example when I always say really all somebody has to do to be my friend is think I'm funny. Because I don't even think I'm funny at all.
Uh,
I'm not funny at all. My wife would agree
uh,
most of the sometimes I can make her laugh and it's like a victory. But the few people in my life I can look to that are like buds, it's because they think I'm funny. And I'm like, you think I'm funny? Cool.
I think
So
there's something there. I think you are funny.
well, I remember, we knew each other for years, but weren't super close. And then I think it was my senior year, we got roomed together for All State Choir. Do you remember that?
Nope. But
Yeah,
I don't. I
and
have
it
a
and it
terrible memory, so I mean,
and it was
whatever.
just you and I,
Oh, sick.
which was kind of odd at that time because we knew who each other were. We had talked, but we weren't like buds.
Yeah.
Um, so there was like a slight bit of awkwardness there, but like here we were rooming together, and you were cracking up all night. And I was like, that guy is pretty cool.
That's
Like
amazing.
he doesn't think I'm an idiot. Or maybe he does, but he
Uh,
loves it. He's digging it.
yeah,
And
I absolutely do not remember any of that.
yeah, and no joke, we have consistently been closer since that happened. Like that was the moment.
Wow.
Yeah,
Good Lord. I love
for
that.
sure. Because going into it, I was like, okay, I know Steven, but dang, we just got a room together. Like it's just gonna be us two for like a while, and that's just the social. Like I hope he doesn't hate me.
You know,
And
I still
like
get people,
what are we gonna
yeah.
talk about for hours?
I still meet people today who think, "Oh, I hope he doesn't hate me." I'm like, I guess I just give off that vibe. And I mean, I'm not going to change it. It's working for me.
Well, no, and it wasn't even. That's hilarious. It's working for you. Um, it wasn't even. I had no reason to believe that you currently hated me going
Sure.
in. I was kind of going in, going, man, I don't know. I guess I approached it like I had to like entertain you, like I was
Mm.
hosting. I was like, okay, I've got hours to fill
I mean, it
here,
sounds like you
and
did.
yeah, you know what? Apparently,
Uh,
it's working for me. Like, if you think I'm funny, we're buds. If you don't, best of luck to you.
yeah.
But nice,
Dude.
yeah. It's been good.
Well, dude, thanks so much for episode one or your episode one, episode
Yeah,
three, I guess. Um, Gosh, I still got to find someone to call next week.
for sure.
Oh,
You have any
geez.
ideas?
I have an idea. I haven't texted him because I feel weird about it.
Like they hate you?
Yes, exactly. Because this guy's cool, and I'm like, I don't know. He probably hates me. It's fine.
So you
Uh.
called me a long time ago. So you're like, that idiot will for sure do it.
Oh my gosh.
And you're right. Here I am.
Here
So
you are.
you picked me perfectly.
Well, dude, thanks so much.
Yeah, man. And we'll be in touch. There have been a few times, no joke, the last few weeks that I thought of something that I wanted to talk to you about, and I almost
Mm,
texted you, and then I was like, "No, I got to save it up. I
yes.
gotta have I gotta have as much info." And like, how stupid is that? Like,
No,
like I'm just gonna come to the call with a list of topics.
that's literally what I'm doing. Well, just the one question, but like, if you want to, you could write it down and bring it up later.
Yeah, cool,
Yeah.
cool. Well, heck yeah, man. Well, I hope you have a fantastic night. I'm kind of looking forward to the next one now
Yeah.
because
Yeah. Yeah.
first one's out of the way. You're a little more comfortable.
That's how I feel too. Like, I felt the most relaxed on this one so far. So, yeah, it just
Nice,
takes time.
nice. Hey, well, when you're talking to a super funny guy that can just kind of own the room
You're so
and
right.
dominate the
Yeah.
conversation, it helps.
Yeah. Whenever I have him on, I'll let you know who that is. But yeah.
Yeah, I'll love to hear it. I can't wait.
See you, bro.
See you, bro.